May I come in, please?
Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Have a seat, please.
Thank you, sir.
So, Saharsh.
Yes.
You have a very good profile, but a very varied profile. IIT, then IIM. You've been in Ola, I believe ANI is Ola.
Yes.
Car 24. So, how come we are here?
Sir, this was a decision that I'd taken while I was working in the corporate sector. I realized that there is a hunger in me to have to do something which has a broader impact on people's lives, and this led me to seek a career that is more dynamic, challenging, and socially meaningful. And that is why, sir, I took this
And
particular project.
you were in corporate in 2016 to 18 and then 23 to 24. So, which part we are talking?
So I'm talking about when I was in 2016 to 18.
Then you went to IIM.
Yes, sir. Sir, although I felt that this is, while I was in the corporate sector, this was something that had been in my mind. But sir, I had been preparing for the CAT exam and I went ahead and joined the IIM. But after that, sir, I did not take up a job. And instead, because of this entire idea, I started preparing for the civil services, where I felt that the experiences, the skills that I've acquired during my MBA as well might help me as a civil servant as well.
Okay. You are a marathon runner also?
Yes, sir.
How many times you run?
Sir, I largely run the quarter marathon, that is the 10-kilometer marathons. And sir, I've ran 5-6 marathons or so.
5-6 marathons. Wonderful. Have you heard about Ironman challenge?
Yes, sir. Sir, the Ironman triathlon, it is a very difficult event which involves three sports, which is cycling, swimming, and running.
Okay. You've been around automobile sector, Ola,
yes,
and then Car 24.
Yes,
okay. Tell me something about Bharat series of norms, pollution norms.
So currently we are following the BS6 or Bharat State 6 norms. Sir, the idea is that these provide certain norms for the engines so that the pollution emission is reduced. And earlier we used to follow BS4, and now we have skipped BS5 and jumped directly to BS6 so that the impact is even lower.
There is a pollution grading which take place in Delhi. You are aware about it? So beyond a pollution level, there is a GRAP level which comes up. Can you tell me what is the relevance of Bharat series in those GRAP levels? You have any idea? Yes, sir.
Sir, one thing that comes to mind is the GRAP levels, the GRAP level 4, which is the highest level. At that stage, sir, the odd-even rules comes into play, wherein only certain vehicles can ply the road on a given day. So that is what I can recall at the moment.
Okay, fine. You must have heard about Elon Musk.
Yes, sir.
He is making a lot of comments about high import tariffs in India on automobiles. Can you tell me something about it?
So we charge high import tariffs on American imports of automobiles, and they go as high as 100%, sir.
American or everyone?
Sir, it is... Sir, I'm not sure about everyone. I've read about American imports specifically. Sir, that is what the complaint is. And that is why the Trump government is now looking to impose reciprocal tariffs. And this may lead to higher tariffs for Indian exports. Sir, this move has been done, like we are charging higher tariffs to protect our domestic automobile industry. Sir.
So, Trump is a champion in EV industry. What is the status of EV automobile industry in India?
Sir, the electric vehicle sector, sir, it is a new and emerging sector, sir, but still it has a long way to go because, sir, there are a few challenges. Definitely, the benefits are a lot in terms of emissions control, but sir, challenges include that it is expensive as compared to the conventional engine vehicles, And secondly, sir, the EV infrastructure is also very limited in the country in terms of battery swapping or battery storage or charging infrastructure. And that is why the government is trying to provide certain incentives like tax benefits or bring about norms regarding establishing battery charging infrastructure.
In this regard only, what government has, you heard about critical minerals, rare earth minerals.
Yes.
Government has come up with some policy on this.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me something about?
Yes, sir. So very recently, in this year's budget, the government has launched the National Critical Minerals Mission, which has an outlay of 16,300 crore rupees, and through it we are trying to improve the critical mineral supply chain within the country and become an important member of the global supply chain for that, and reduce the dependence that we have on other countries.
Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, your father is with the department?
Sir, my father is right now retired, sir.
Acha, he's retired. So his job had a role in you deciding for civil services?
Yes, sir. So my father has always been a source of inspiration, and he also reinforced in me my belief in the role of public services. And that was also one of the major reasons why I decided to take that step of quitting my job, pursuing my career, or dedicating myself entirely to the preparation of civil services.
Okay. So you like the system? In where do you like in the system in which you want to go? Bureaucratic system.
Yes, sir. Sir, in my opinion, sir, I like this system because, sir, this system, the bureaucracy, I truly believe that what Sardar Patel sir had said, that bureaucracy being the steel frame of India, I truly believe that, sir. Because, sir, it is a well-polished mechanism that the bureaucracy is functioning in. Definitely, sir, there are certain challenges, there are chinks in the armor. But then despite that, we have been upholding Indian democracy for so many years. And when I come across any such challenges, it further motivates me that I can use my capacity to bring about change and bring about improvements. Sir.
Can you tell me the difference between judicial activism and judicial overreach?
Yes, sir. Sir, judicial activism, there's a very fine line, sir, between judicial activism and overreach. Judicial activism is when the judiciary goes beyond its powers to take an action into a domain of the legislative or the executive where there is a vacuum. I believe, sir, that is judicial activism. Sir, I believe judicial overreach rather is where there is not a vacuum, but rather there is a law already in place. But then the judiciary may propose an amendment or propose a new guidelines that may override that particular law. An example could be, sir, regarding the Vishaka guidelines. That is often argued to be whether it is judicial activism or judicial overreach, sir. Yes, sir.
So wasn't it a good thing? Because the law came only recently in 2013 in Vishaka case. Till that, those guidelines termed as judges made law were being enforced, serving the purpose.
Sir, I agree that the law which had come up in 1997, the guidelines, that was very much needed, sir, because it provided interim protection for women as well. And sir, yes, sir, it was very helpful in my opinion, sir.
Sir, is nepotism bad?
Sir, in my opinion, nepotism is bad to the extent wherein it is a misuse of one's power, rank, or authority to provide certain gains to one's own relative, one's own kin. However, where nepotism is only supporting that kin, not misusing one's power, that is something that I believe is right. But a misuse of one's power to provide unfair
That's
gains.
very theoretical thing you have said. I mean, nepotism meaning is promoting one's own relative or son and daughter. So that is the basic definition of
Right.
nepotism. So do you think it should be there or it should not be there?
Sir, in my opinion, it should not be that. It is unfair, sir.
But if person is through nepotism and is working equally hard,
Right, sir. Sir, if in case the person is working equally hard and is able to get through to that position through fair means, through passing whatever relevant examination of that sort, in that case, sir, I do not believe that is nepotism. That is only support from one's moral support system that one gets, and not exactly nepotism, sir.
okay. Just tell me, do you think our election commission is truly independent, seeing the latest controversy? Because now, if we are selecting a chief election commissioner, so it's 2:1, right?
Sir, I believe, sir, the independence of the election commission is very sacred, and it has been told time and again by the government and the election commission itself that they're functioning independently, sir. But sir, because of the structural deficits, it begs the question whether it is truly independent or not, because of the way the appointment is done, like you had pointed out, sir. And because in many aspects, the incumbent government might have access to certain information which other opposition parties may not have. And that is why, sir, the election commission largely is independent, but I feel that more work can be done to increase its independence further.
Okay, my last question. Most difficult decision that you ever took in your life?
Sir, I believe that the most difficult decision that I had taken, although I was very sure of it, but it was a difficult decision to not take up a job after my MBA, like most of my colleagues or fellow students have been doing, and instead stay at home and sit and prepare for the civil services, sir. And every day, it is when I'm talking to my friends, it is definitely it is a push that I receive, sir. But it also keeps me motivated that this is the choice that I had made, and I must follow through it, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Sahars. Political science is optional. Okay. Since Trump coming to power in United States, I think several rhetorics are coming to international media. And yesterday only, there was a news that when United States President criticized United States Agency for International Development for providing funds to the tune of $18 million to India to fund elections. What is your take on that?
Sir, I believe that this is definitely a concerning thing, wherein a foreign country is funding our elections, and we have to truly understand what has been the impact of this funding of about $21 million, I believe, that has been provided, and what has been the impact on to which agency that was provided, and what is the work they have been doing, sir. However, sir, I believe there has been an independent investigation into this as well, wherein they realized that this fund was actually provided to Bangladesh and not India, and this was a mistake on the part of the American government that they had claimed this was provided to India.
With another statement that now India should come forward to
Sir, I believe that a person in Mr. Trump's, President Trump's position, that individual should firstly duly investigate whatever claims they are making and then make them, because it may have international repercussions. And sir, because this funding, if it was allegedly done for the Indian government and Indian elections, sir, I believe that the Indian government also did not have true information about this, and it was done through clandestine means. So India is under no obligation to provide a similar reciprocal funding to the US elections.
Okay. Political experts around the world believe that India's rise as a superpower is the nightmare for China. Do you agree with this statement?
Sir, while it may be true, sir, that the Asian or the in India's increasing influence in the Asian region might be something that the Chinese would be apprehensive about, sir. But sir, in my opinion, I feel that India's rise to power, or if India becomes a superpower, firstly, this is not something that India is looking forward to, because India does not believe in playing power politics or forming clubs, international power clubs. And sir, secondly, if India comes to power as a superpower, I feel that the pie is too big, and China can also partake, and it will not be the politics is not a zero-sum game, sir. And China can also remain as a superpower.
Coming to India, okay. Recent analysis says that there is again a resurgence of left-wing extremism in India. As an administrator and policymaker, what measures would you suggest to deal with left-wing extremism in India?
Sir, to deal with left-wing extremism, I feel that a two-pronged approach is something that is very necessary. Firstly, the carrot and the stick. So the carrot would be in terms of developmental or infrastructure development, communications development in the remote areas, which may help the military agencies as well, and also provide an alternative means of employment for the local people, the tribals, so that they do not have to engage into LWE. And secondly, sir, the stick would be improvement in the intelligence network, improvement in the number of or trying to check the number of attacks that are happening through the armed force intervention. So I feel that these are two methods. This two-pronged approach is something that could be very relevant in addressing Naxalism. And this is what is being done as well currently to eradicate Naxalism by 2026. Sir.
One last thing associated. When personnel comes to deal with left-wing extremism, one of the major problem is national human information. Case before NHRC. Given
Sir, given the policy, firstly, the NHRC should not have any problem with the carrot aspect. And sir, regarding the stick aspect, I would try to highlight that all the officers are taking interventions based on due process of law, and they are not firing indiscriminately.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sahars, so you have worked in automobile industry. So can you tell me why there is so much beating in the automobile sector?
So for purchase of automobile, sir, this is largely because so there are two reasons here. Firstly, the manufacturing sector. The manufacturing is often delayed because of the availability of different raw materials, which we often have to import. And secondly, sir, because of incorrect prediction of the demand. And that is why it is often seen that there are times there are oversupply, but there are also times when the demand is too high and the supply cannot meet the expectations.
Okay. When you were answering this, sir, you said something about electric vehicle. So can we control the pollution by using electric vehicle?
Sir, I believe that electric vehicles is just one aspect. We have to be mindful of where the electric that is consumed in electric vehicles comes from. Sir, largely most of the current electric vehicles in the country, they are using electricity generated from coal power plant. And that is why that is very concerning and does not amount to much. Rather, we should be looking at fueling it or providing the electricity using green energy, green hydrogen, or those sort can be used, sir.
Renewable energy,
yes,
you mean? Isn't it costly?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is definitely more expensive, sir, than the non-renewable or fossil fuel-based energy, sir. And that is why the government is intervening through providing support or viability gap funding to the private sector. And also, sir, the government is trying to increase the installed capacity, such as for solar energy, sir, to reduce the per unit charges of solar generation.
Okay. So your optional is PSIR. What is the significance of IMEC?
Yes, sir. Sir, the IMEC, or the India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor, Europe Corridor, sir, it is to provide an alternative route for India to access the European market, wherein it does not have to depend on the Suez Canal, and also can bypass Pakistan and engage in good relations and at lower logistics costs with the European nations, sir.
Is it related with BRI?
Yes, sir. Sir, through the IMEC, the Indian government or the nations are trying to reduce the influence of China's BRI because, sir, it follows a very similar route. They go almost parallelly for a long extent. That is why, yes, sir.
And one last question. Are we failing in our neighborhood policy because Mohammad Moizu from the Maldives and Mr. Disanaike from the Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, Myanmar, every country is tilting towards China?
Sir, I believe that we are not failing our. I don't think it will be right to say that we are failing our neighborhood policy. Rather, sir, over the years, if we see on a broader basis, we have had successful diplomatic relations with almost all our neighbors. And sir, the recent cases of the president of Sri Lanka or the president of Maldives having an China tilt, or even Nepal for that factor, sir, I believe that the nations have started following a balancing act, wherein they try to balance between India and China to get benefits from both nations. And that is why, sir, I believe that this is also a byproduct of our neighborhood policy, but we should not, it should not deter us, and we should remain engaged with our neighborhood country.
Thank you, Sahars.
Thank you.
Okay, Sahars, you enjoy traveling as well as trekking. Which place you have recently traveled?
So very recently, I had taken up a trip along with my family. That was last year in the month of October, and I had gone to some parts of Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and I'd also been on a trek after that, sir, in Sandakphu Falut region of Eastern Himalayas.
Eastern Himalaya. So, what is the difference between treks in Eastern Himalaya compared to Western Himalaya? Have you ever been in Western Himalaya, any trek?
Yes, sir. I've been to a few treks in the Western Himalayas, such as in Uttarakhand, sir. Sir, the differences lie, firstly, sir, in terms of the flora and fauna, which are quite different. In the Eastern Himalayas, you might spot certain animals like the Asian black bear or the red panda, which is very endemic to that region only. Secondly, sir, I feel that the Western Himalayas are at a greater height, and so the trek, the acclimatization, the different rules that need to be followed are much more stringent in terms of the Western Himalayas as compared to the Eastern Himalayas.
Okay, you tell that which is higher, Eastern Himalaya or Western Himalaya?
So on an average height, sir, I believe that sir, the Western Himalayas are higher, although the Eastern Himalayas have have few of the highest peaks in the world. But on an average basis, sir, the height from mean sea level of the Western Himalayas are higher, sir.
There is a concept of gentrification.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about that?
Yes, sir. I have heard of it, sir. I cannot recall the.
Okay. Leave it.
Sir.
You have done your graduation in bioengineering and bioscience from very prestigious college, IIT Kanpur. So, what is a national mission for biomission for human health?
Sir, can you please repeat? I did not.
National mission for bioscience for human health.
Sir, I'm unaware about this. I'll have to read, sir.
Okay, leave it that. There is a project, Bharat Genome project. What is that?
Sir, through the Bharat Genome or the National Genome Project, the government is trying to map the genomic sequence of different population groups of the country. There are about 1,000 population groups that have been identified, and we are mapping it, sir, so that it can provide us a deeper insight into the genomic structure of different population groups, which may aid in precision medicine, which may aid in predicting different diseases. And yes, sir, these are a few of the aims, sir.
What is, startup status in India? Like in recent time, we have seen that various startups they are opening. What is the status? Can you tell me in some words?
Yes, sir. Sir, India has the third largest startup ecosystem in the entire world. And India has about 118 startups that have even become unicorns that have a valuation of greater than $1 billion. And sir, the startup ecosystem is doing really well because of government efforts such as Startup India and different tax incentives that the government is providing. However, sir, recently, over the last 2 years, we had seen there was a funding winter in the startup ecosystem, because of which many startups were closing down. And at the same time, sir, so another challenge that Indian startups are facing is often we see the lack of a viable business model. It could be also be attributed to inadequate mentorship. So yes, sir, this is the status, and I believe a lot can be done further in future.
Okay, my last question to you. If I ask you one place to go, which place you will suggest me in India?
Yes, sir. So there was a trek that I had done in Meghalaya, sir. And so it was called the Rainbow Falls Trek. And it was a very difficult trek, sir. It was for about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. But sir, it was a very difficult trek. But sir, while I was trekking, and at the end of it, I was very exhausted. And I was wondering why I had come on this entire trek. But at the last turn, we came across a clearing and saw a beautiful falls, which was because of the sun, it was looking like a rainbow. And that was like one of the most beautiful sights I had seen, sir. And this is something that I would urge you to undertake.
How much distance wise?
Sir, I do not recall at the moment, sir, but it has to be around 7 kilometers, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We'll just call you in a while.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Next
sir.
further thought.
May I come in, sir?
Please. So, Harsh, your interview is on in April.
9th of April, sir.
9th of April, but I think you can give it tomorrow. You are up to the mark. You are well brushed, IIT, IIM, that you don't, if you had not even written, we could have identified. The people say that it should be reflected from your personality. It is there. You are justifying to your education qualification. Dressing, you can make your, like, only contribution we can add to you. The tie you are wearing, it can be a little more formal.
I'll not be wearing this.
You'll be
I'm
wearing
a
the
solid
same
color
shirt?
tie. Sir, I had this question, sir, because I had decided on wearing a white shirt, black coat, black pants, and solid tie, either red or blue, something like that, navy blue. But sir, when I put this on, I was also recommended that I can take this shirt as well for the interview. So I was just wondering, what is your suggestion?
This shirt is fine. Tie is not fine. Shirt can go. It should be light color.
You know,
It should not be dark.
वेस्ट तो जब रहता है कि ब्लू कोट, व्हाइट शर्ट, ब्लू टाई, वो मतलब ब्लैक शूज, वो सबसे बेटर रहता है. उसके बाद अगर कुछ चेंज करते हो तो फिर उस हिसाब से देख लो कि ब्लैक के साथ
कॉम्बिनेशन ओवरऑल शुड बी सटल. कुछ भी थोड़ा कैची या ज्यादा डिजाइन.
अब जैसे इसमें शर्ट एकदम फिट नहीं हो रही है. अगर इसकी जगह व्हाइट शर्ट होती तो इट कुड हैव बीन फिट.
How many interviews you have appeared earlier, UPSC?
Sir, largely, since I stay in Kolkata, sir, largely I've been given, final
UPSC.
interviews.
UPSC.
Right, sir. I've given one interview, sir, 2022 UPSC.
22. How was the score that time?
So 165.
165. That doesn't justify. So
So
you identified the weakness from that interview?
So I did a couple of blunders, sir.
Okay.
Firstly was, I did not know an answer to a particular question and I guessed it. And I guessed it incorrectly, which I'll not be doing, sir. And I was very anxious, sir, that being my first interview, and there was a point I could not hear the questions right.
Now you have corrected all the mistake. I hope. Now only thing we can worry is that the gap is too much. From today to 9th of April. That's why I said it should be tomorrow. So I hope you will keep up and keep yourself updated. Rest of thing you know, but with current affair. Because on that day, there will be new areas which can be
Keep
asked for.
reading, because in your case the threshold is very high. Let's suppose there is a new technological development, then the also question is going to come to you. Economy also, because you are from IIM, economics आ गया, तो question हर angle से आपको आता रहेगा. So just keep that pace, and even your opinion based answers or opinion based questions are very nice.
Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Nothing.
You just have to
particular.
maintain it.
Just maintain.
You reach the right place. You just have to maintain. Best wishes.
All the best.